Nah, no concern at all. Listen, I've been skeptical of Carson Wentz in many situations. This is not one of them. The Jacksonville Jaguars are absolutely awful. And I don't say that very often about NFL teams, but they are like hot trash. And so if the Colts lose to them, I'm actually going to stop working. I will not come to work on Monday morning if the Colts lose to the Jaguars.
Yet. In the meantime, how about one more yesterday? Well, the Colts and the Jaguars.
That was Michael Pittman's fault, Greeny. Greeny, it's Michael Pittman's fault.
The other team yesterday, the Jacksonville Jaguars, with nothing to play for, who actually opened the day thinking they'd have been better served losing the game. As it turned out, they still have the #1 pick in the draft. They knock the Colts out in what has got to be one of the worst regular season losses we've seen any team take in quite a long time.
Well, Greeny, I said on Friday, if the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Indianapolis Colts, I wasn't coming to work today.
You shouldn't have come.
I only came to work because you were back, my friend.
Well, I'm delighted. Thank you. The world wants to hear from Dan. Carson Wentz, who is like a member of the family, basically. What do we say about it?
What happened in this John, bro?
This loss is on the shoulders of Carson Wentz. Takes a lot for me to say that. Okay, so listen, I think this is one of the more recent.
Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
I'm growing. I'm growing.
That's big.
One of the worst losses in recent NFL memory. I think it's probably one of the worst losses in the history of the Colts organization. Everybody has a hand in this loss.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're not a playoff caliber team and go and lose to a 2-win team because somebody played well. Your offensive line got whooped, 7 sacks. Receivers didn't get separation, couldn't run the football. Your defensive line couldn't get after Trevor Lawrence. You got no coverage that was good. This team led the NFL in takeaways defensively. The Jaguars were the worst team as far as giveaways. They got 0, okay? That being said, Carson Wentz is not the reason that the Colts lost this game. He's also not the reason the Colts won this game. And he was brought there to be the reason in this type of game, the difference maker in this type of game. I didn't go on television and say that I believed in and trusted Carson Wentz just because of the past. I honestly did. I believed that he was going to take that step forward to being a great player again. He was good this year. He was okay in this game. He was never great, and the Colts expected greatness.
Rex.
Yeah, when I look at it, Dan, the first thing he said was the offensive line got whipped. They gave up all these sacks. The receivers couldn't get separation. Then why in the hell are you throwing the football as much as you are, and you had the best running back and one of the best run games in the entire year? Remember, this is the same team that blasted the New England Patriots with running the football down their throat, right?
Buffalo.
The same thing whipped Buffalo that way. You can't beat Jacksonville with the same mindset.
Right.
Unfortunately, I think they're trying to justify the move, the trade, and all that. They want Carson Wentz to take those steps. But you don't need to. This team was plenty dangerous, getting the playoffs, riding your running game. And to me, you're right, Dano. This is on everybody. It's on Frank Wright.
I think that's the most disappointing thing, though. When you look at the teams that were in the playoffs, many of us thought that the Indianapolis Colts would be one of those teams that no one wanted to face because they could run the football, because they could turn the football over. But they didn't do any of those things when it mattered the most. You look back last week, you lose to the Las Vegas Raiders because Derek Carr makes plays late and you don't offensively with Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts offensive line. And the same thing this week. You were outplayed in every phase of the game by the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had nothing to play for.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.